Good morning, everybody. Welcome. So excited to see everybody. Can you hear me good? Can you see me all right? I'm excited. Um, okay, cool. Looks like everybody's in the chat already. I'm so excited. We're doing it on Saturday morning cartooning now. It's going to be a fun new change. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. Super excited. Let's do this. So, our first line up we got, let's do this. I like to go over the morning game plan for all the people that are new. Say hi if you're new, introduce yourself. Some of you have like different names in the chat. So if you're in the chat, it's a live stream chat. It's just on the right side of right side of the screen. And say hi to everybody that's new. Okay, awesome. Hi Hadassah. Hi Zoe. Hi Amy Hammers. Hi. Hello everybody else. I'm excited to see everybody. So what I like to do is I start off the episode by going through really quick what we're going to do in the episode. That way, if you need to leave or you want to come back or whatever, you just want to know what we're going to be up to today, you can get an idea of it. So if you look up the top, that's our little timeline. We start with our art review, which is where we review the art. It's like an art critique kind of art that we did from the previous episode. Then we're going to do our quote of the day, which I have an artist or somebody that's really creative or could inspire us to do some really cool drawings. And then we move into our morning mindfulness, which is where I kind of go off of that quote and try to get us in the good headspace for drawing. Because that's really important when you're drawing, is to have a good headspace. And then we have two drawing icons. Those two drawing icons, I leave them as just like little hints of what we're going to be drawing today, and they kind of symbolize that. And then between the two drawing icons up top, you see there's a karate break, and that's so that we can move around, stretch a little bit, stay loose in our drawings, and that really helps us drawings because you don't want to get like caught up like it's getting really stiff when you're drawing, because in your drawings you're going to look stiff. We want our drawings to look full of life, so we need to feel like we have life in our lungs. And then we go over the morning mail, which is I review and check out and see if we have any submissions from things not from the previous episode that somebody sent in. And then I give you guys a challenge of the day, and then we say our goodbyes. And then that's the whole episode. It's an hour long. It's every Saturday morning now. So let's jump right into that. Our art review, these are the drawings that I did from last episode, just so you guys get an idea of what we were doing. We did the Addams family, so I drew the dad and the daughter. Oh no, Hadassah. Well, you could always send it in, and then and now you have a whole week to send it in, and then I can do it as a morning mail. So if you want to write a little something, you can let me know your experience drawing those characters. And then we also did kind of like a New Yorker style cartoon, because that's how the Addams family started, was as a New Yorker cartoon. And he didn't even know they were going to be like a whole family. He was just like creepy family like characters. And I had asked you guys to come up with some quotes or some like comedy one-liners for the New Yorker cartoon, because that's kind of what they do in the magazine. And the one that I picked that I did was, but can he draw Elsa riding a unicorn? And that one I liked just because I've actually had kids tell me that, where it's like I can do a really good drawing, and then if it's not Elsa, then they don't care. So moving on, Zoe submitted some really nice drawings. Nice job, Zoe. Very, very nice. Hadassah, it's okay. It's okay. We can totally check them out next week. But in the meantime, Zoe, I love these drawings. I'm interested what kind of brush you use for them. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, you totally got the characters and the kind of like the character in the characters in these drawings. So very nice job. If you guys want to submit your art, you can send it to my email, noahfontana@gmail.com, or you can tag me in it on Instagram, and that's just @teacher.noah. Or you can even just hashtag it at teachernoah, hashtag or hashtag morning cartooning, and I'll see it. Our quote of the day comes from Jane Goodall, and if you don't know who she is a primatologist and an anthropologist, and she studied chimpanzees primarily, and did a lot of like really great work with them, and advanced our knowledge of chimps for years to come. And I believe she even like lived in their environment for like a really long time too. And she quoted to say, "Only if we understand will we care, and only if we care will we help, and only if we help shall all be saved." Now she was talking about chimpanzees, but I think that goes across for pretty much anything, and which means that our primary goal should be to first understand before we judge, before we look condescendingly or criticizing or anything like that. Try to understand where somebody else might be coming from before you even worry about any of the other stuff. Try to understand where they're coming from truly, and then that way you can best help them and understand their needs. So for our morning mindfulness, I just want us to take a deep breath in, take a sip of water if you have it. Breathe in and out. All right, now as we step into this next portion of class, I just want us to reflect on what we're drawing and try to really understand what goes into the things that we're going to be drawing. And that means understand not only just the inner workings, which is a good practice when we're working within the relationships that we have with other people, but when we're drawing, we need to fully understand how the animals work, how their bone structure work, how their muscles are flexing and stretching, and how they move. And then that can help us draw them a lot more accurately and a lot more fluidly. As we move on to the next portion, let's just focus on trying to really understand the movement of the characters, and that's what we're going to do today. All right, let's draw. So before we get into anything too crazy with our drawings, which I do have planned for today, because I love getting you guys active and moving when we're drawing. We're going to draw some stationary animals and start off a little bit calm. So these are all submissions that you guys told me that you wanted to draw. First, we got a lot of recommendations. I got a lot of recs for us to do cats. So we're going to start off by drawing these cats, but we're going to do them in 1 minute poses, okay? So get out your pens, get out your pencils, get out your markers, whatever you want to do to draw. You can start with color, you can start with ink, you can start with pencil, whatever you want to do. I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute though, and then we're going to draw each of these cats. All right, here we go. And I'm going to use my pencil sketching sketch brush. It's the 6B pencil. I like that one because it's like really thick and dark. It's got like a lot of weight to it. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. You guys can draw with whatever you want to draw. Okay, here we go. So we're going to set the timer. And I really should figure out a way to put the timer on the screen so you guys can see it too. Let me make a note of that too. I think that would be helpful. Even though a minute's so short, you probably won't even be able to look at it. So let's draw one number then. We're going to draw this guy first. Okay, ready, set, go. Now, depending on how fast we get these drawings done, we might even be able to add some color in too, which I always like to do. And that's time. Okay, no time for color. All right, how are your guys' cats look? This is what I ended up with. You get Procreate on the computer. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I've never tried to, just because usually I would want to use like my finger or like a touch screen. But if your computer is a touchscreen, you might be able to. I know you can get it on your phone though, and I used it on my phone for like at least 3 years before I even got it. I got an iPad, so I was just doodling with my phone, like on my with using my finger, and I would go to sketch nights where they would be like models dressed up in costumes, and I would draw them on my finger. But yeah, I know there's a lot of different drawing tools, but I like to also draw on here with things that look like traditional medium, which means like things that you can draw like with a tactile. Oh, it is a touchscreen. Yeah, you might be able to. I know there's a lot of good software, like a lot of good programs that you can get nowadays. Like when I was growing up, there was only Photoshop, and now there's like so many. And I think Procreate is only like $12, and it's just a one-time fee. Um, and I use it for all like my professional drawings and stuff. Um, okay, let's draw another one. Let's draw this guy. Now the reason that we draw with this time limit, this is how I learned in school for part of the drawing session. And you time yourself because it forces you to make your decisions quickly. It forces you to choose your lines quickly. Your cat looks like a dog. That's hilarious, Damien. Um, Damien, you got to send me a picture of that dog, of your cat, or like a drawing that you did of it, ideally. Um, but yeah, drawing so fast keeps you moving, keeps you fluid, it keeps you from getting really stuck. Um, and it is clunky at first. I've definitely done this a lot. So if there's anything that good that comes out of my quick 1 minute drawings, it's just because I practice it a lot. And even now, I'm still pretty rusty because I don't do it as often as I used to. But yeah, so don't worry about making a pretty sketch. It's not supposed to be a pretty sketch. If it does look nice, that's like a nice like bonus, but that's not the point. Right now, we're just trying to learn how the flow of the animal and how it moves. Okay, looks like a cat alien. Perfect. Alien. Okay, cat number 2. Let's draw this little guy. All right, 1 minute. Here we go. Ready, set, go. It would help if I wasn't on the eraser. And what's cool is that sometimes you do something that like you weren't expecting, because you're not even like thinking completely, um, and you get like a lot of like happy accidents, like Bob Ross used to say. I want to see if I could add some watercolor. Orange. No time for color. All right, that was the timer. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's do another one. Whoa, not that. All right. Minute pose. Hey guys, mine is disturbing. You're blocking the cat. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. I won't block the cat this time. Let me get rid of these pictures that we already did. Here we go. Cat number 3. This one, how are we doing on time? Let's keep it with the 1 minute. If we want, we can. Would you guys like a little bit more time? Like maybe like 2 or 3 minutes instead of 1? Let me know. Okay. For right now, we're gonna go on with the 1 minute pose. Ready, set, go. Thank you for letting me know that, Zoe. I'll make sure I don't block it next time. This time. Yeah, of course. No time for color. All right, all right. What I'm liking about these cats that I'm drawing with the, like this quick speed is that I'm drawing their faces very like um, less feline and more like how I would draw like a cartoony human face, which I kind of like because then it gets the expression a lot faster, but it still looks like a cat because of the whole body. Okay. We got two more cats. Let's draw this one that looks like he's ready to pounce next. Yes. Definitely, there are definitely some weird looking cats, for sure. All right. I think you guys, nobody said anything about changing the time, so let's stick with the 1 minute for the last two, and let's change to a different animal. Okay. 1 minute starting right now. Go. And the thing with this kind of like drawing is that you can do a lot of drawings this way, and only like one of them, but that one is going to be so nice because it's going to be, it's just going to be, it's going to have such a good flow to it, just because of the way that we're drawing it, as opposed to my conversation, which is not flowing at all because I'm trying to draw at the same time. All right. Oh, yours looks like a ferret. Nice. All right, last cat. Here we go. Number 5. Okay, cool. Ready, set, go. And try to get like, oh, just what's cool about this way of drawing is that you're drawing whatever is like interests you. Um, and it's kind of like drawing how your brain first perceives it. And so you're not like drawing it because you're like, oh, this is like a cat, so I'm going to draw it like how I know a cat looks in my head. I'm going to draw it like how I see it because my lines are already like all crazy. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness. This cat is looking weird. And that's time. All right. Okay. Damien's turning 11 in 2 days. Happy birthday, Damien, or pre-birthday. What are you going to do for your birthday? Is you going to do anything fun? Can you do anything fun right now? I'm sure you can figure something out. All right. Nice job drawing the cats. Let's do one of the other recommendations that we had was pandas. And pandas are so silly. I mean, look at these guys. When they're playing around, they are like the king and the queens of like rolling off a mistake. So like when they fall down or something, they just kind of like roll and flop over and make it look like they did it on purpose. So let's start drawing this big one right here. And this time, let me see. I'm going to. Where's my gouache? Okay. I'm going to do these in a different color just because we black and white is going to get boring soon. So I'm going to do a different color for each panda, and I'm going to use the gouache brush. So it's like a more of like a painterly brush. So if you're at home, you can maybe try using like even like the side of a crayon, or if you have paints, use some paints or some watercolors, or even just markers, and try to block in. I'm going to try to kind of piece it together and block in shapes as opposed to just drawing it with a line. And that's another way that you can do this. For this one, we're gonna stick with the 1 minute poses so that we can get through all 5 pandas. Okay, Damien's going to have a fruitful ocean breakfast, red velvet cupcakes for dessert, and kale pasta for dinner. Nice. Whew. I'm getting thirsty. All right. I'm just glad that honestly it's not 100 degrees right now because that's what I heard was gonna happen, and I'm not looking forward to that. Let's see. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Okay, we're gonna do this guy right here. On your marks, get set, go. This one's almost like I'm scribbling the shapes in. But I think that'll work for pandas because they have such great shapes already. Like their eye like patches and their. There we go. Okay. Oh boy, mine looks up. Creepy. That's amazing. All right. Well, this one is definitely the most like intimidating one out of all of them. So let's draw another one. I'm going to switch colors now. Shout out any color recommendations that you think would look good. All right, let's draw this little guy eating. Definitely not little guy, but let's draw him eating the bamboo. Okay, I'm going to draw it really thick. There we go. I drew mine in pink. Mine looks like a koala head with a bear body. Oh, nice. Okay, let me go pink. That sounds fun. Okay, ready, set, go. 1 minute poses. And what I like about drawing these live with you guys is that like I don't know how they're going to come out either. They might look real weird, and I think that's what's cool about doing art and kind of more like this kind of performance stuff. I guess musicians do this all the time too, where they things can change in the last minute. But this stuff I haven't really even rehearsed at all either. There we go. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to make the bamboo actually green. Okay, that was time. That looks pretty good. Oh, there we go, Zoe. All right. All right, next one. Any color suggestions? I'm thinking more like a teal blue would be cool. Okay. Let me get rid of some of these guys that we already drew. Boom and boom. All right. Let's start with the bottom one. I'm going to draw my version like really big too. Okay, ready, set, go. 1 minute. Do pandas have tails? It kind of looks like he has a tail. Or his butt just might be like flapping. Oh no, nobody had asked for lions, but we can definitely. That's why I did Animal Kingdom Part 1 because I knew we'd have lots of more animals to do. Once we finish this one, I'll write that down. So don't let me forget it. Don't get buried in the comments. And what's important, I think, is to get the angles of the eyes just right. That's the part that you would spend a little bit more time on because if you can get those right, then it'll really look like a panda. There we go, and that's time. I was doing the bottom one. I guess that's not a good sign that you can't tell. I was blocking it. You could see it. Oh, my face was blocking it. Okay, totally didn't think of that. Okay. I thought I was like, it was off screen. Okay, this one, I don't think my face will block. I'm just going to move that. Okay. Let me see. Let me write down lions too. Mine looks like he's playing giant flute. Lions. Yeah, if you have any other favorite animals that you would like to draw, let me know. Lynxes and wolves. Okay, perfect. Lions, lynxes, and wolves. Yeah. Let me know what other things that you guys would like to draw. I'm gonna do this one green. I'm gonna try to get like a pine green color. Yeah, like that. Cool. Not blocking it. Looks good. Okay. Oh, I just did kind of like pine green. Okay. Do red this time. Koala and foxes. We are gonna draw tigers today, though. Yes. Otters. Koala. Koala for sure. We'll do that one. Next time we do the Animal Kingdom. Okay, last panda. Here we go. And then we're going to take a karate break. Okay, on your marks. Get set. 1 minute. Go. Now I'm just using the eraser tool just so you know, just to get the nails. I just thought that would be kind of like a cool addition. Here we go. All right. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell that's a panda. Okay, mine looks good for once. Oh, nice. Of course, Amy, yours looks good, right? When I said mine doesn't look like a panda at all. Cool. Okay, I wrote down everything else. Have you guys watched, read The One and Only Island? No. Good morning, Mo. All right. What's cool too is now if we look at all of our pandas. Let me move it. There we go. It kind of creates like a cool look on. Yeah. Anyway. Let us switch to our karate break. All right, get your hands up. Here we go. We're gonna do some moves. Okay. If you haven't yet, drink some water. Okay. So for our karate break, let's start with stretching. So stretch your arms, pull your elbow in, hug your elbow in close to you, hug your other elbow in. Oh, I felt a crack there. Pull your elbow down like this. Pull this elbow down like that. Spin your neck around so you can keep your neck loose. Good. All right. Roll your shoulders. Okay. Sensei says we're gonna do 3 rounds of Sensei says. Sensei says is like Simon says, but I'm the sensei. I actually did teach karate. I've been doing it since I was like 7, and then into my like 20s before I moved out to California. So I used to play this with the kids all the time that I work with, and the teens that I would work with, it was a lot of fun. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start off with some easy blocks, like middle block, rising block, cross block. Then for round 2, I'm going to go a little bit faster and include the kicks. And then for round 3, I'm going to do punches and other kinds of attacks that you can do with your hands. And you only have to do them if I say Sensei says. If I don't say Sensei says and you do it, then you're out. Okay, here we go. Sensei says rising block. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says cross block. Sensei says down block. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says rising block. Sensei says cross block. Sensei says down block. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says cross block. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says rising block. Down block. Did I get anybody with that down block? Let me know. Okay. Round 2, we're gonna go a little bit faster. Hey, Becky Rack. Awesome, Becky. You just came on for the karate part. We're playing Sensei says. It's like Simon says, but I'm the sensei. Ready? Sensei says front kick. Sensei says side kick. Sensei says rising block. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says cross block. Sensei says down block. Sensei says side kick. Sensei says front kick. Sensei says back kick. Sensei says front kick. Sensei says rising block. Sensei says cross block. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says down block. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says front kick. Sensei says side kick. Back kick. Did I get you with the back kick? All right. Still in. All right. Everybody's still in. Okay. Last round, round 3, and then we're going to go back to our drawing. This time I'm going to give it all I got. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can, and I'm going to add in some punches and stuff too. Here we go. Ready? Sensei says straight punch. Sensei says straight punch. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says down block. Sensei says front kick. Sensei says cross block. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says shoot do. Sensei says shoot do. Sensei says spear hand. Sensei says spear hand. Sensei says back fist. Sensei says back fist. Sensei says shoot do. Sensei says ridge hand. Sensei says ridge hand. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says down block. Sensei says front kick. Sensei says side kick. Sensei says vertical fist. Sensei says vertical fist. Sensei says shoot do. Sensei says back fist. Sensei says hammer fist. Sensei says hammer fist. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says down block. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says cross block. Sensei says straight punch. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says front kick. Sensei says side kick. Sensei says back kick. Sensei says front kick. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says straight punch. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says back fist. Sensei says hammer fist. Back kick. Did I get you with the back kick? All right. Now before we work up a big sweat, let's move on to our last part of the drawing. Here we go. And boom, and there we go. Now you can see my head. All right, so our next part of the drawing right here is going to be, I called it running, because this time we're actually going to be drawing animals in motion. And that's really important to do, because if you don't know how to draw animals in motion, oh, I got Damien! Haha. Anybody else? Still in, Hadassah. Very nice. Mo, I got you out. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Just gonna be old iPad ready. Okay, so we're gonna start off with some horses, because those were what you guys had recommended that you really wanted to draw. And we're gonna draw some horses in motion. Now, by in motion, I don't mean that we're gonna actually just draw them a picture of one in motion, but we're actually going to, this is the panda one that I was looking at, we're going to draw some running, okay? And it's as simple as that. Let's see. Let me know if you see any videos that stand out to you. This one looks kind of good. Did not mean to zoom in ahead like that. Actually, this video does not look like we could see the horses too well. All right. Let's see. Okay. Now, this is called life drawing, and it means that you're drawing from real life. And real life is so important to draw from, because if you don't, that's going to make me watch the ad. That's lame. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to move this over here. And I'm going to go back to my sketch, my 6B pencil. Let's hopefully we get some good sketches in here. Oh, cool. They're doing some slow-mo videos. This is like very like artsy video. Okay. This is not even like horses running. Hold on. You would think it would be easier to find a video of horses running. Okay. Perfect. Okay. This will work. Okay. And life drawing is so important because when you're drawing from life, then you're really getting a sense of the motion. Your drawings are going to look a lot sketchier and scribblier, but you're going to come out from it with a more understanding, a deeper understanding of how the actual movement works. So when you go to draw a character, it's not just going to be one still two-dimensional drawing that you're doing. It's going to be an actual and a drawing that looks like it actually has life into it. Okay, let's see. And they're going to look really sketchy. But what's good too is that this helps you like break down the shapes of the characters. You know, I'm going to switch my pencil. I'm going to use the calligraphy. There's a chalk pencil and it gives you this really nice line. I think that'll look cool for this. All right, let's see. Look at pictures of running horses and they're pretty much just paintings. I know, there's a lot of paintings of horses. That's why I've noticed that too. So if you're going to look up pictures on your own, totally cool. But I challenge you right now to try to look up videos of horses. And before, obviously before photography and before cameras were a thing, people had to just draw from life. And so all of like the great artists back in the day and like the Renaissance and stuff, they all drew from life because that's all they had to draw from. So it was really cool that they did it like that. Okay, that video is over. I wonder if this is just music or if this is an actual hour of us watching horses. That could be kind of cool. Oh, it is horses. Cool. Perfect. Oh, they're so cute too. Okay. Oh, they're cutting really fast. Let's see what we got. This is also how you get very like caricatured shapes for your characters. Like if you want to build your style, it's so important to draw. I like the pictures of running. Yeah, if you want to really build your style as an artist and your own individual style, it's best to do it from life drawings because already you can see you see your style coming out naturally. It's basically what you're doing is you're getting your brain out of the way. So it's kind of like us doing the 1-minute poses, but we're just taking it to the next level where the actual model is moving and we only have a certain amount of time to draw. Okay, let's see. Sea Biscuit. Oh, yeah. What was that movie too with the horse, the animated one? That was such a great movie that they did. See if they give us some more close-ups. Or just trees. There we go. Whoa, look at that. Perfect. I don't know what kind of horse has an ear like that, but it's cool. Oh, yes. I don't think the Seabiscuit was an animated one. And if you look, what's naturally happening in my drawings right now is that you're breaking them down into like their basic shapes, and so you're really loosening up the lines. But yet, it still kind of has horse-like qualities because all you're capturing is like the essence of the horse as opposed to the details. Um, it's kind of like how I've been talking about this a lot with people recently because we're doing such a digital age of communication, um, and communicating is only like 10% or like 20% verbal, like what you actually say, and 80% of the communication is like your intonation, how you say it, and your facial expressions. So that's why if you've been finding it difficult to communicate with people right now over social media, that's why. Because if you use text, like that's only like a 10% of what we are naturally used for communication. And I feel like with drawing, it's a similar thing. It's if you only focus on the details, you're not really going to get the essence of the character or how their movement works. This is a good one right there. And then, of course, once you finish these kind of like rough sketches, then you can go into the further details. Okay, so we're gonna stop. Hopefully, you got some cool horse sketches right there. Let's move on to our next animal, which is going to be the tiger. This was another recommendation. Mo, if you can do me a favor, can you text the cousins and let them know? I told them I would draw tigers for them, um, and now we're going to draw some tigers. Okay. What do you guys think? Baby tigers or adult tigers? Of course, we got a commercial. And tigers are interesting because a lot of the times when they play like cats, like just regular cats. So here we go. Let's draw some tigers. And this one, maybe I'll just change the color of this to an orange color. Oh my goodness, we got another commercial. Baby, yep, okay. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, that'll work. Just very nice. Oh my god, these are so cute. Look how little they are. Oh my gosh. Alright. Oh my god. Okay, let's draw some baby tigers. They're all just trying to be so ferocious. Or just coughing, I can't tell. Too cute, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. This is what we want. We want these little guys. Oh my god. I need to pet. You guys are so funny. I feel exactly the same way. They're so adorable. Yeah, let's see. Oh, look at him swatting! Oh my god. Get it. Look at that little snow tiger. Okay. I'm laughing at all your comments. Wow, look at those eyes too. So cute. Oh, by the way, I hear Slider coming around. I think he's getting jealous. He hears all the cuteness. He might come and say hi in a second. Oh, look at it trying to swim in the water. Well, that's just freaking cute. Oh, here we go. Perfect, perfect. This is perfect for drawing. And this is what they did for all the Disney movies too. They knew that this was such an important part. So for 101 Dalmatians, they brought Dalmatians in. I don't know if they brought 100 in, but they brought a lot of Dalmatians in. For the Lion King, they actually brought in a live lion with the lion keeper. Oh, this is like what is that? A bulldog? Is that what that is? Um, um, and for Bambi, they brought in deer. For Finding Nemo, they all went scuba diving. It's a little creepy picture, not what I was intending. They would try to get as close to the animals as possible. Oh, the dog has no idea what's going on. He's like, "You're not a dog." Also, what's interesting too is when you see these animals playing. Play is such an important part for an animal's development, and people too. A bulldog, yeah, okay. And so animals that don't play are actually not as intelligent as animals that do. Okay, I'm gonna move on. This is an adorable video. I just want to watch this all day. Let's do. You know it? Okay. We're gonna switch if we have time, but I wanted to get to orcas. Somebody had recommended orcas too, and I just want to make sure we get to all the animals. Okay, incredible footage of killer whales. Are killer whales orcas? Are those the same thing? No, we want underwater footage. This will be good. Oh my gosh. Guys, I can totally see why Jane Goodall was obsessed with hanging out with animals all day. How could you not be? Okay. Killers are... Okay, gotcha. Can we see Slider? Yeah. I'm dying. I think of play as preparing for what is to come. Yeah, exactly. I remember watching this documentary about, let me see if I can grab Slider. This documentary about wolves, I think. And they were saying that like when they're playing, they're testing out their strength, they're testing out who's the fastest, who's the strongest, who can climb the highest, and it's all in a safe environment because you're just playing, which is like what we're doing right now. We're just playing, drawing for fun, and that helps us learn because then it keeps our brain loose without like feeling like we have to perform in a certain way. There's no risk of failing, but yet you're also strengthening your skills. Let me grab Slider. All right. Oh, here he is. Let me move this. Slider says hi, everybody. He always looks so confused. I guess it's probably because it's Saturday and he's not used to seeing you guys on Saturday. Bye, Slider. All right. All right. Slider says hi for sure. All right, back to our killer whales. Actually, okay, there we go. That's what we want. They're so funny. Oh. What did you guys say? I want to try gorillas. Oh, gorillas would be cool too. We should do dolphins too. Gorillas. You will end up in a basement with a bunch of cats, and I say that sounds like a dream come true. Totally. Yes, I want to draw gorillas. What did she say? Oh yeah, if you send me pictures of your cats, we can totally. We'll do a pet day for sure. I think that's coming up. I love how it's like wiggling like that. It's so funny. Okay. It's so funny. There we go. The mouth is open. Whoa. Don't hit a kid. All right. On that note, here we go. Those are some nice ones. I like the first one a lot, actually. Do you have plans? Yeah, plans work. Owen, what's up, dude? Hi. All right. So our morning mail comes from Kai. I don't even know if I see Kai on here. Sometimes he doesn't comment, but Kai did this adorable Ewok from our Star Wars episode, and I really liked it. Nice job, Kai. Really cute. I like the coloring. It looks like very like graphic cartoony. So really cool. Here's it nice and big for everybody else to see. What's up, Deb? Yeah, so very nice. If you guys have anything that you want to send me, even if it's not something that we did in class, I would love to share it with everybody else. No, you missed the tigers. But our challenge of the day is to sketch an animal you see in real life. Maybe we'll do a last 1 minute thing of tigers if you want. Challenge of the day is to draw an animal that you see in real life. So if you see, even if it's like a squirrel or like a bird or something, submit your drawing to joelfontana@gmail.com. Thumbs up and subscribe. Right now, how many thumbs up we got? We got 3 likes, guys. Come on. There's definitely more than 3. And I didn't even like it yet either, so I know one of them isn't even mine. So I appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe, so that way each Saturday it'll just alert you if you hit like the little bell. So you don't even have to keep an alarm on your phone. If you want to support, I have a donation link below. Let me know what we should draw next. And follow me on Instagram. Next weekend, we're doodling with Dr. Seuss. We're going to look into what he did. Did you guys know that he did sculptures too of his characters? We're going to check out all that stuff next week. And I will see you guys on Instagram or something like that in the meantime. Okay. Bye.